Hardwick, Massachusetts is located west of Worcester, north of the Mass Pike, and on the eastern edge of the Quabbin Reservoir. Incorporated in 1739, the population is only about 2,700 people on 40 square miles of land. The town is named after Philip York, Lord of Hardwick. Still very much a farming community, the village of Gilbertville in Hardwick was once home to several mills, including the Gilbert Manufacturing Company textile mill. The commons are surrounded by historic buildings, including the Old Town Hall, the Calvinist Congregational Church, the post office, and the Old Country Store, which is now Mimi's, the Universalist Church, the Old Schoolhouse, and the Calvin Page Building. Randy Noble and Ann Barnes gave us a tour of the Hardwick Historical Society.
This was a 1834 two-room schoolhouse, and it was used for a long time. Finally, about 1930, there was, or earlier than that, 1900, 1930, in between that time, there was another school built down the road there.
We are with Tanya McGee, and she is the general manager of Mimi's here in Hardwick, right on the Common. So tell us about the history of the restaurant.
We've been here just about 8 years. Michelle Belcherchek is the owner. She lives in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So I basically take care of it while she's out. She comes a couple times a year. But yeah, I don't know, we've been here for 8 years. It does really well. We do really well, which is surprising for the center of Hardwick because this is a tiny little town.
Was it something else before it was Mimi's?
It was a lot of things. Actually, if you ladies want to take a look around after the pictures on the wall, there was gas pumps out before. It was a general store. It was a pizza place, but nothing ever worked. So we're so blessed that we've been here for so long, and we do wonderful.
Excellent.
The weekends stay very busy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what kind of a menu do you have? Tell us about that.
So we have breakfast and lunch all day, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We do a lot of breakfast sandwiches or scrambles. All of our meat comes from Boar's Head, which is a really good brand. All of our bread comes fresh from a bakery 3 times a week. All of our pastries and muffins and cookies are baked here in-house.
Wow.
Our lunch menu, we do like chicken salad, tuna salad, or basic lunch, again with all the lunch meat coming from Boar's Head. So turkey, ham, pastrami, corned beef. We do an awesome corned beef Reuben. And our marble rye is really nice because it comes fresh from the bakery.
Cool.
Yeah.
So who does the baking? Do you, or do you have a baker? Or?
I do.
You do? Wow.
I do all the cooking Monday through Sunday and the baking Monday through Sunday.
Oh my gosh. When do you have a day off?
Only if it's scheduled.
Wow. That's amazing.
But I love it here.
Yeah.
This is my happy place.
Oh, that's great. After 8 years, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you been the general manager the whole time?
No, only for about 2 years now.
Oh, okay. What did you do before that?
I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So you hadn't been in the food industry at all?
So before that, I was in the food industry since I was 14.
Okay.
I started off as a bus person at a small place in Princeton, Massachusetts. And then I moved around. But I was at a place in Holden called La Bussola for like 5 years.
Okay.
So I was always in the restaurant industry.
Oh, excellent.
And then I was a stay-at-home mom for 15 and then came back to here.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge of running this restaurant?
Probably just making sure the specials are being changed and appealing to people to bring people in, and making sure we're doing different things to keep customers flowing in. Because like I said, it's a tiny town.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure we're keeping people happy.
Yeah, for sure. And what do you like most about it?
The people. We have the most wonderful people that come in here, and a lot of regulars and a lot of people that come in all the time. And it's just wonderful. They're so good to us. They're so caring and thoughtful.
Excellent.
And we extend the courtesy to them. Like, we just celebrated one of the guys that comes in here. His name is Frank. And we celebrated his 70th birthday party here, and it was just a good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I had my 70th birthday party here. That's awesome. Tell me about the food itself. Like you said, you have boar's head's meat. Do you try to do like local products? Do you have, is your coffee from?
So our coffee is Boston's Best,
Okay.
and they deliver, so out of Boston. It's really good coffee.
Okay.
And then, I'm trying to think of what else. We use Cisco as a supplier. They're local. And then when we do dinners on Friday nights, we just stopped for the holidays. But when we do dinners on Friday nights, we'll get all of our meat from the farm right down the street, Clover Hill.
Oh.
And then sometimes when they can keep up with it, we'll get our eggs from the farms. But we go through so much, it's hard for them to keep up with what we need.
I bet, yeah.
And then our maple syrup, which we use a lot of in our lattes and our drinks, we get from Hardwick, the local Hardwick Sugar Shack. He makes his own maple syrup. And then the honey, which our Hardwick honey, our breakfast sandwich, is one of our most popular sandwiches. We get our honey from the Eagle Hill School down the street.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's really neat. And it looks like you have a shelf with some they look like local products.
Oh yeah, so our cookies over here are decorated by icing by Amanda. She's out of Barry. And then these shelves over here, she's out of North Brookfield. They're all natural products like bug spray, hand salves, creams, lotions, face masks. She makes it all natural. And then our shelf over on the side, we sell the maple syrup and the honey. And then we have earrings from a local girl. Actually, the cookies by Amanda, her sister makes the earrings, and she's out of Barry. And then we have another local guy out of Ware that makes the scarves and the blankets.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're kind of like a general store too.
Right?
That's excellent.
I love carrying things for people to look at and to sell.
Yeah. So anything else you want us to know about Mimi's?
The Hardwick Fair.
Okay.
The Hardwick Fair is in August every year.
Okay.
And we have local vendors and the farms and everybody. They come and set up on the common. And it's just really awesome. So we do like burgers, hot dogs, pulled pork, and mac and cheese. And we're open for the whole fair. We're a big part of it. And then we have a beer tent, and they have a beer garden over there. And then there's food trucks and like all kinds of things with chainsaws. And yeah, it's really fun. It's a cool thing. That's always in August. And we post that online every year. And then in Christmas, we do Christmas on the Common. So that will be November 29th this year.
Okay.
And Santa will be there, and local vendors will be there. So a couple of big things we do. That's really fun.
Excellent. It sounds like with these little towns that are all together that people go back and forth between the towns for different things and support each other, support
Yes.
the local businesses.
Yes.
That's great.
And we do like a lot of fundraising too, like a lot of people from the dance companies or the soccer teams, the schools, they come and we donate a lot to them to keep in the community.
That's great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and we can't wait to try breakfast.
Yay! Thank you, ladies. I'm so glad you came.
So are we.
I have first of all, a great cup of coffee, which got to start my day. But then the smoothie, which has, let's see if I can get it all. It's got frozen banana. It's got chocolate. It's got whole milk. And it's got peanut butter. And I can't remember the rest unless you can. I did. Let me tell you. This is good. Nice. So I'm going to enjoy it.
Do that.
I will.
I have an egg, pastrami, and cheese sandwich on sourdough bread. That sounds really good. Hearty, it's going to keep me till lunch. Lots of pastrami, cheddar cheese, good bread, toasted. It's good.
Enjoy.
We are with Amber and Jeremy, and they are the owners of the Old Furnace General Store.
Correct.
Here in Hardwick. So tell us how long you've owned the store and what's the history of the store?
We've owned the property for 4 years now, and the store's been open for 2.5, almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in February.
Oh, so it's a brand new store.
It is. It's been here. It's been a country store. It's been a few things actually. It started as a farm stand. So the Proudies who built the building have the farmland around here, and they erected the post and beam structure that we're standing in about 30 years ago.
Okay.
And they originally intended just to do vegetables and as like a beautiful farm stand. Then it kind of built its way up into being a general store or a country store. Went through a couple ownerships. Then the property sat vacant for 5 years after it went into foreclosure on some folks, unfortunately. And we just decided to purchase the property and resurrect it and bring it back to life.
Oh, wow. And so what did you all do before that?
Mortgages.
Mortgages,
We're in the
yeah.
Worked it?
real
Yeah, I
estate
was a
mortgages.
mortgage loan
yes.
officer.
That's quite a change.
A little bit of a change, yeah, yeah. The corporate world was getting, it was kind of burning us out, I think, a little bit, and we wanted to bring back something to the neighborhood area. We both
Yeah.
grew up in the area, so we've been coming here pretty much our whole lives. So full circle now.
Okay, so what do you have here in the store? You seem to have a pretty wide range of things.
We have some local products. We have beer, wine, and liquor, frozen foods, a little bit of everything. We do some sandwiches and Greek pastries. We have coffee every morning.
We're very proud of our
Yes.
coffee. We worked
Yeah.
with the coffee roasters for 6 months straight to get all of our roasts in. We have our own coffee line, which Amber and I are both coffee snobs. We've been grinding beans at home for over 20 years together, so we were adamant about having the best coffee around.
Oh, okay. So where is the coffee
So
roasted?
the coffee roasters are out of Worcester.
Okay.
It's a family-owned operation, I believe, for about 75 years now. So when we checked different coffee roasters, and when we found them, they just fit the bill. They treated us great. They
Met with them a few times.
step by step through the process, let us explore everything in their roasting room, and really dialed in our own roasts.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So do you make your own food here, the sandwiches and stuff? Do you do those here, or do you?
Currently, we don't. We do plan to grow into that. We do plan to add an addition or two. As of now, we work through one of our reps and a local deli that does our sandwiches and salads and wraps and everything. They're fresh 7 days a week. Our pastries are put in a pastry case 7 days a week. Coffee is roasted throughout the day, of course, every day, grinding the beans fresh. But yeah, so for now, we don't do any food prep in-house, but we do plan to grow into it.
We would like to expand our local products. We'd also want to try to get more of grocery, some things like that in, and move all of our beer, wine, and liquor into like the other section if we're able to.
Yeah, right now our rough plans that we hope to get for next year is put an addition going that direction, which will segregate the beer, wine, and liquor from the general store. We want to make it a little more kid-friendly in here. We try as best as possible, but the wines and the spirits have grown immensely since we opened the doors. So we want to put an addition on to kind of have it pass through one to the other, but have it be its own thing. And then once we can get that accomplished, then we want to go the other direction. And the area very much wants us to bring back the ice cream scooping window. So we want to get an area to prep our own foods and scoop ice cream and so forth and so on. So.
Yes.
Not at all.
But for now, we do sell a lot of, we sell a lot of ice cream just by the pints and stuff. We work a lot with Maple Valley. So they're fantastic and local, and Bart's. So those are the two local ice creams that we have that people just come here for constantly, and they're phenomenal.
What do you like most about having this business?
I don't know.
It almost feels like a reunion. And whether it's a high school reunion or just the town community reunion, sitting in an office for 10 or 12 hours a day can get a little boring at times, you know? So being here, we get to see people,
we're
interact with people.
And yeah, we're able to.
This has
meet
always
new
been a
people.
good community hub. And when it sat empty for almost 5 years, it was sore on the heart for everybody.
Yeah.
With no exaggeration, it was like tumbleweeds in the parking lot coming off of the fields, you know. So we were really wanted to bring back something for the community, to have that little general store that has that country feel to it.
And what's the biggest challenge?
Running any business always has its challenges. We're here 7 days a week. You get here about 5:30 in the morning, and some nights you're not leaving until 10:30 at night by the time you clean everything up. So maybe just the hours alone is the biggest challenge.
Anything else that you want people to know about the store?
Just to come in and check us out. We're all about diversity. We listen to the customers, what they ask for, and continue to try to grow to the best of our ability.
Excellent. Great. Well, we're going to check it out, and thank you for talking to us today.
All right. I highly suggest you have a
We
cup of coffee.
appreciate it.
So, Furnace Village, I believe, was abolished as a postal, and having its own post office and the postal code of it, I believe was abolished about 70-ish years ago, 70, 80 years ago. But now it's referred to as Old Furnace Village because they manufactured, during the Revolutionary War, they manufactured cannonballs. So Moose Brook runs right along our property now back here, and they found remains of the old pots and stuff that were utilized during the manufacturing of the Revolutionary War for the cannonballs.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, very.
What made you decide to do this?
So we wanted to do something, again, we really wanted to do something, bring it back for the community. We wanted to do something external from our banking jobs. And one day I drove home and I grabbed Amber and I said, hey, let's go for a ride. And she said, where are we going? And I said, let's just go for a ride. So she gets in the truck. It was kind of around sunset, and we pull in the parking lot right here. And the headlights are, shining on this building, and it's all run down and desolate, And she,
what are we doing here?
and I'm like, what do you think? And she goes, what do I think about what? I go, I think we should buy this property. And she goes, it's not for sale. And I'm like, everything's worth a shot, So did it the old-fashioned way. Went through the town, got some the taxpayer's mailing address, wrote a Dear Mr. letter. About a month after that, I got a response back, and at that point, it was set in stone after some negotiations, and here we are. So it's kind of like an old-fashioned story that came to light.
How's the coffee?
The coffee is great. Dark roast, one of my favorites.
Okay. We are with Hannah and Henry, and we are at Rose 32 Bakery in Hardwick. So tell us the history of your bakery.
15 years ago, my family opened it in, I think it was June. They waited until I graduated from high school, and then the next week they opened the bakery. Tomorrow, 2 years ago, we bought it from my parents. My parents came from California. We moved here. I went to school, and then at some point they sort of wanted to reanimate their baking history.
Okay.
They had a very large bakery in California, like over 250 employees. They shipped to all 50 states in Canada and Mexico. They sold it, and then they moved out here, took a few years off, and then they opened this place.
Which was a beaten down
Yeah.
gas station.
Yeah, and there's only
So
there's
this has
only
been renovated into what it is today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, and they kind of wanted to do a smaller scale of what they were doing rather than in California. They were doing large batches, and so they kind of did more artisanal bread out here and focused on smaller batch.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So did you, either one of you or both of you, go to school for baking?
Henry went to culinary school.
I went to
yes.
culinary school, not baking and pastry. I grew up in the bakery world, and I wanted to sort of venture a little bit out. My focus was I sort of wanted to, if I was going to hire somebody, I wanted to know like how to do their job. And so I already sort of knew how to make bread and those kind of things. And so I wanted to do something different. And so I went and I pursued the culinary arts. I got a job at a wonderful restaurant, and I decided that that was not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And so I came back to the bakery and did this.
Ended up back in the bakery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to college when I graduated from high school. I one day started talking to my dad about not knowing what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, and he said, "How about you come home and you make bread until you figure it out?" And I never figured it out, and that's I'm still here.
Or you
I
did
but
figure it
that's
out.
but that's I always joke about that. That because that's sort of what I did was I sort of was along the way. It just things started working out. I wanted to take it over, but I also knew that I needed another person, and Hannah had just graduated from with her
my MBA.
MBA. That was the and she got a job, and she didn't like her job, and then she said, I think I could do that, and
I started
the
here
rest
like
is
8
history.
years ago.
But
as
yeah.
as a dishwasher, and then
wow.
yeah, sort of transitioned to out front, and I was working here kind of on and off throughout college. So yeah, and then about 3 years ago, I was the front of house manager, and then that transitioned into what we are today. So
Well, so your MBA probably is very helpful with running the business then. anyway.
yes, yeah, I went for marketing. So that's something that I really enjoy. So I try to put that into any aspect of the bakery.
Right.
So that's something that I have fun with here.
Right. So tell me what products you have.
So we have, we do a range of sourdoughs. We have like white sourdough, and we do a local sourdough or an organic whole wheat. We also have a cranberry raisin, and then we also do ciabattas, multigrain ciabatta, 9-grain walnut, pan breads, white sandwich loaf, oatmeal loaf, potato rosemary. Then we also do pastry, so we do morning pastry, Danish croissants, as well as cookies, tea cakes, and then we also have the cafe portion of the bakery, so where we make fresh food from the kitchen every day. So the kitchen does sandwiches, soups, salads, and then we also have an espresso machine, so we do coffees and teas and all that. So there's multiple facets to the bakery here.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So have you always had the cafe part of it?
Yes. Yep. It started with the cafe. Yep.
That was sort of the idea, was to draw people in with the coffee and the food in order to sort of advertise the other, like the bread and the pastries.
Yep.
Absolutely. Do you do a big wholesale business?
Not very much.
Not too much. No. We're pretty selective of where we
Yeah.
wholesale.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly to grocery stores, like kind of specialty grocery stores. That's mainly what we serve to for wholesale.
Okay. How many employees do you have here?
Right now, I think we have 14 employees.
Okay. And what are your hours?
We are open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 3.
Oh, okay.
3
Just
days,
those
yep.
3 days.
Mhm.
Okay. So
It's a long process what we make. So like everything starts. There's a little bit on Monday, a lot more on Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Most of the product is made, and then it sits overnight, and then the next day it gets baked and or finished. And that's so it's everything is at least a 24-hour process, if not a 72 to 48-hour process.
So are you here baking kind of in the middle of the night?
I am. Yes, I come in at about 2 a.m. and to start the day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge of running this business?
I would say right now, particularly, it's a lot of problems with like supplies and just getting stuff that we've always been able to get, but now there's just a shortage for some reason on that particular week. We've been experiencing like a lot of random things where we're just like out of an ingredient and we have to like scramble to figure out how we're going to get that ingredient. And we always try to order ahead and like try to kind of bulk up on supplies, just kind of in anticipation of that. And I think we're getting better at that as we go, but that's definitely a challenge that we've sort of had to like figure out as we go. It's like, what do you do when you're out of a main ingredient for your product?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like most about it?
I think it's very rewarding, especially working out front. It's nice to see, our regular customers coming in like time and time again. We really appreciate all of our customers. It's great to see them as often as we do. That's what's rewarding for me.
Mm-hmm. I like starting with nothing because a lot of what I do is you start with flour and water and then at some point it becomes a sourdough or a croissant, and so a lot of I like the creating like something out of almost nothing. So yeah.
Well, I have to say, just about every person that we've talked to the last 2 days has said, "You going to Rose Bakery? Going to Rose 32 Bakery?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's pretty amazing. What do you think is your best product?
I like our croissants, and I think that's like a staple sort of product that we have, and then along with our sourdoughs, those are something that is not found a lot around here, and so that's like it's sort of something why I think makes us stand out from the rest. Hannah's really like, especially since we've started owning the place, we've made a lot more like sort of specialty drinks, which I think are really fun for this area.
Uh-huh.
So I think those are, in my opinion, the special things we make.
Are you talking coffee drinks?
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Yes. I like experimenting with like house-made syrups and what you can do with all those, because there's like endless possibilities as to what you can do with coffee. So
So you make your syrups on yourself?
not all of them, but
Okay.
we do like drink specials where we'll kind of do something special for that week or that month or whatever we're doing. Just kind of in-season things and popular things that I see online and try them out.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Any future plans for anything different or expanded?
That is always the big question. When it comes to expand, you can't. This location can expand physically.
Yeah.
So
we'd love it to.
But as much as we would love it to,
Yeah.
we are probably too large here to start off with, considering we only open 3 days a week. So so we would love to expand further out into the world. We sort of when we bought the place a couple of weeks before, I had proposed to her. And then we spent the majority of that time she spent most of the majority of that time planning a wedding, and then we got married a couple of months ago, and now we're sort of re-looking at what comes next.
What our next steps are, yeah.
So
We'd love to expand into
Yes.
another location, or not really quite sure what the future holds, but I think
Yeah.
that would be our next step if
I
there
definitely
was,
think
if there
another.
was one.
I definitely think another location.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. This has been great.
Thank
and
you.
We have to try some of your stuff.
I think we can help with that.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah. And so this is
Very cool.
this is probably one of the unique things. There's only in Amherst, and in Northampton has another one, and then there's one in Vermont.
Wow.
They're
Where are they made?
Barcelona, Spain.